All right, everybody, here we go. A little bit of a rush start. These guys were eager beavers. Started before I had reset everything, but I think we got it down now. Jason won the toss. Didn't get to see what happened, but Eric got to the table somehow. I'm not sure if it was a dry break or if he missed a shot. But it was Jason's first break. This is the A-side final of the Leather Pocket Fall Classic. We had 42 entries. It was staggered entry, dependent on your Fargo rating. Your entry was anywhere between $50 to $125, which is great. I actually prefer that format versus, handicap races and all that kind of stuff. I think it forces the lower level players to play up to a higher caliber. It's good to get extra money into the pot. I consider them cheap lessons. You get to hang out with some of the great pool players in and around the area, rub shoulders with a Jason Klatt. But first place is going to end up being $920, $680 for second, $490 for third, $340 for fourth. The rest of the payouts are there just on the bottom right-hand side of the screen for you guys to see. We are down to the final four. Jason and Eric obviously on the A-side final. It is Joe and Ben battling it out on the B-side as we speak. That is 10 ball racing to 7 on the 7 foots. That will obviously be a battle. But we are down to 4. Peter Robinson joining us from Australia. Welcome, Peter. Nice to see you again. Thank you for checking in. 8:45 a.m. on a Monday. Are you working? Are you getting paid to watch pool streams right now? Bruce is in Nebraska, 4:15. It is 3:15 here, Mountain Standard Time, Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Thank you guys for joining us. We definitely appreciate your viewing and love it when you share it for us. This should be a great match. Jason Klatt obviously coming in as one of the favorites, 770 Fargo. Eric Vargas coming in at a sleek 720. We call him the Eraser. Klatt in the hat, pulling out the extension, left himself a bit of a cut on this 10. A little bit of a reach. Oh no, took it for granted, maybe rushed it a little. We were just saying how happy it makes us when some of these great players miss balls. And it's awful to say, but it's nice to know that they're human and they make the same mistakes. They're not robots 100% of the time. Eric's just taking an extra second here to make sure on this 10 ball. Giving it the be sure. nails it. So Eric is going to be the first on the board. It's been some great matches all weekend here. I know that Jason and Joe paired up late last night on the A side to get to the quarterfinals. And when I looked, it was 7-5 or 8-5 for Joe in that race, and he missed one ball. And Jason really made him pay for that one. And then earlier today, Jason Klatt versus Ben Francis. Ben Francis just was not getting the rolls. Getting a little unlucky in a few shots, but just couldn't get anything going. Jason won that match, and so now he's up against Vargas. Jason's putting everybody through the ringer, which is to be expected. This will be Eric's first break at this table. Jason won the toss. And it is winner breaks format. Oh, Eric. Eric doubles a few balls off the break. Could have had 3 balls there. Jason's probably really liking this layout. Nothing too difficult here. Everything is wide open, well laid out. Leaves himself nice natural angles to get to the next ball. Uh-oh. On the 50 for the 6. Pfft, whatever. Jason just nails that 6 in, kicks it to the corner. Plays a great shot on the 7 ball here. Lots of distance and hidden behind 2 balls, 2 full balls. We'll see what Eric comes up with here. Eric's calling the left corner. Obviously looking for contact. He does not want to give Jason ball in hand. And that's a great hit. Oh, cue ball just leaks out. Just leaks out. He almost had it behind the 10 there. It was a tough shot. Tough cut, even tougher for Eric. That 7 ball is closer to the rail now. Jason's just a little back and forth for the 9. Nice and straight, just draw back for the 10. Makes it look so easy. One it is. Vargas versus Klatt. The B-side final is happening tandem to this match here. Ben Francis versus Joe Spence. If you are in the Calgary area, come on down and hang out. There's going to be some great pool still to watch. The room is full. The weekly Sunday tournament was a go. I believe they got 20 some odd players for that one. There's also some league Scotch doubles happening in here. Lots of commotion. I don't remember the last time Jason had a dry break. Maybe one in the last set. Jigs is asking if the tables are all busy. They are mostly all busy. There might be a couple of 7-foot diamonds that are not occupied, but the 9-foots are all taken up right now. So Jason's just double checking his shot on this too. He wants to kind of be center table again, so he's got the 3-5 combination. Nicely done. And obviously just want to make sure that the 3 ball hangs in front of the pocket there. Looks fairly tic-tac-toe from here. 4 to the 6 shouldn't pose a problem. 6 to the 8. Payouts are all in the bottom right-hand corner for you guys. It was staggered entry, depending on your established Fargo. Everything here at the Leather Pocket, all the weekly tournaments and big tournaments like this are all reported to Fargo. We tend to run a lot of things based on skill level. Some of the weekly tournaments are all staggered entry or handicap races on Friday. This tournament here happened to be staggered entry depending on your Fargo, and you paid anywhere between $50 to $125. So a little something for everybody. B-side has started already. It is Joe Spence versus Ben Francis on the B-side final. They are playing right now. They started when this match started. Oh, Jason overcut the 9-ball slightly. Definitely not happy about it. He knows that he just handed this game to Eric. Klatt says it's good, Eric. So a gift from Jason to Eric. A 2-ball out at this caliber is kind of a no-brainer. Tony says our stream always rocks. Well, thank you, Tony. We definitely try. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us and sharing the stream. Please share, share, share. These guys are worthy of the viewers. Canada's own Jason Klatt has been with us for a few weeks. He came into town just after Remembrance Day, hit up the, maybe just before Remembrance Day, hit up the tournament that happened in Edmonton at Top Shots, which is also a fantastic room. If you guys have the chance to check that room out, that is in Edmonton. That is 3 hours north of Calgary. They have a fantastic room there. I think they've got something like, I can't remember the stats now, but 12 to 16 9-foot Waraka tables. They've got 2 or 3 heated slate snooker tables. They've got ping pong. They've got a golf simulator. And the room is just super classy and well set up. So if you guys have a chance to check out that room, definitely do so. But Jason came in for that tournament just after Remembrance Day. And then we were supposed to have another tournament here at one of our other pool halls, the Dave Senior Memorial. Unfortunately, that tournament did not go through. And then this tournament, so there was 3 weeks of tournaments that Jason could have had a hand at while he was here. But 2 out of 3 ain't bad. He's played a couple of the weekend tournaments here at Leather Pocket. Made a bunch of new friends, obviously. Had some good times. There may have been some shenanigans as of last night, so these guys they're starting to wake up. The fog is starting to lift. They were flipping coins last night, having a great old time, so it's definitely nice to have Jason in the room. Super great guy, gives fantastic lessons, you guys, and obviously a pleasure to watch on the table. Thank you, Edward, for sharing the stream. Yeah, Brian says it's Jason's trouble pocket. That is true. He's missed a couple in that one. Sean Simpson says he also heard that Jason's coming to Fort Mac for the big 3-man team in December. I did hear that, Sean, and I thought I saw the poster, but I haven't really had time to really look at it. But if you say so, I will take your word for it. I thought I saw it was Klatt versus Zorlifson as the main event. But I haven't had a chance to really look at that poster yet. But that is great news. Jason is always a pleasure to have in the room. Just such a nice guy, and he's willing to give pointers and tips to everybody. And he, like I said, he gives fantastic lessons. I think I've spent like 20 minutes with Klatt, and I've already seen some improvement in my game. So definitely worth it, you guys. If he's going to be able to offer some lessons, definitely take him up on it. It's worth it for sure. I've actually heard really great things about Jason's lessons and Eric's lessons. Just a wealth of knowledge. These guys have got so much experience and have been to so many tournaments and kind of knows all the tips and tricks for everything and anything. So if you can pick their brain, I would definitely take advantage. A little bit of a back cut for Eric. Comes out nicely for the 6. Next to perfect. John Wade McDonald is watching from Montana. Thanks for the stream and commentary. It's always interesting, Stephanie. Thank you guys for watching and tuning in. We definitely appreciate you guys and sharing. It's not very often that, you know, you have a Canadian professional in the room. And we feel like we have a very strong pool community here in Calgary. So it's always nice to see how we measure up, you know? Jason says that's good. Eric is off to a nice little start here, 3-1 over Jason Klatt. Edward says, good to see not everyone is using a carbon fiber shaft. Some of us still like playing with the wood. And that is very true, Edward. And you know what? Like, Eric is just kind of, I would say 90% of the room is probably carbon fiber, which is, I mean, good or bad, however you look at it. But Eric prefers the wood shaft. He prefers the deflection. He's obviously Filipino, and he likes to get the action, and it's just what he knows. He's familiar with it. It's not that he hasn't tried the carbon fiber. I think that's just the wood is where he's comfortable. But you're right. There is a lot of carbon out there for sure. Our very own Ryan Epp tuning in. Hey Ryan, hope you're feeling good. I know it was kind of touch and go there for a little while. How long is Jason staying in town for? He is here until Tuesday. So if you want to hit him up for anything, I'm not sure what his schedule is, but tomorrow I believe would be his only free day. Unless he's willing to hang out tonight. He'll be here late, I'm sure. I mean, he's kind of gathered a little crowd of friends. He was doing some coin flip tricks last night, so he's an entertainer at heart. Had a good time. Lots of action. I can't say that they didn't walk with a slight tilt leaving here last night. They were here quite late. But I feel like the room will be taking advantage of him being in the room tonight, just as kind of like their last hurrah with him on this trip. But I feel like he'll be back. So Eric's got a good look at this one here, but I think he's going to have to be on the short side of the 2. Does he get there? I don't know if he gets there. Does he get there? I think he just got there. Just. Eric's just got somebody breaking behind him here, so he's going to let him break. Peter Robertson from Adelaide, Australia, always prefers the wood. Doug McEwen from P-Town, good luck, Klatt in the hat. So I was telling this story yesterday. We have a city in Alberta called Medicine Hat. And when anybody refers to Medicine Hat, we always call it the Hat. So wouldn't it be great if Medicine Hat had a tournament where we could bring Klatt, so it would be Klatt in the Hat and the Hats? I think I'm going to make it happen. That's my plan. Eric's keeping nice control of this table. A little straight on this 4. I feel like he's probably going to go 2 rails, try to spin out 2 rails on this 4 to come for the 5 in the same pocket. Edward says the same as far as using the wood shaft. He's had a hard time on kicks and drawing the ball with the carbon fiber shaft. Oh, he just decided to draw back on the 4, take it into the opposite pocket, which also works. I mean, that 4 ball did look fairly straight. Edward, I feel like, I don't know how many carbon fiber shafts you've tried, but they're all different. I ended up settling on the Jacoby Black shaft because I found that it had a little bit of deflection. The Revo had like 0 deflection, but the Jacoby and the Synergy were fairly similar as far as deflection. And I just found that that was more comfortable with that. If you've only tried the Revo and don't like the 0 deflection, maybe try something else. But as a more amateur player, I find that I can get much more draw and juice off the carbon fiber. Not that I know how to drive it or control it, but I do get a lot more, and it's definitely easier for me to travel the table. But I think it's all in the transfer of power is definitely different in the carbon fiber. But overall, I think it is easier. Yeah, and Daniel plays with the carbon fiber on his Sean. The Q-Tech Breach. Break Q. Okay, yeah. Sarah Schofield tuning in. Hi, Sarah. Thanks for checking in. Hope to see you guys back in Seatown soon, too. I will let him know, Ryan. I know that, yeah, he moved back to Canada just pre-COVID, I think. So Edward normally plays the Q-Tech R360. The carbon fiber he used was a Conlon. I haven't even heard of that one. There's so many different variations out now. But I would urge you to keep trying them because, I mean, it's not that wood is bad. It's just new technology. How everything from, baseball bats and golf clubs have all kind of gone more carbon or some sort of, high-tech material. And there's a reason for it. If it wouldn't be so popular if it wasn't any good. So I would keep trying it. I would definitely keep trying all of them. There's the Mez Ignite, the Jacoby Black, the Revos, obviously very popular, the Synergy. I know a couple of custom Q guys that have come out with them. I know that our very own Nix Q Innovation carbon fiber Qs have become very popular. People seem to love them. And it's all about like the taper for me. I ended up going with the Jacoby Black because I like the Pro taper, which the Revo didn't have at the time. But now the Revo does, and I've played with it a couple of times, and I'm not sure which one I prefer, honestly. But they are definitely all different, and it's just personal preference. The Peshawar Rogue, yeah, totally. Brian says no shaftings is a huge plus. Absolutely. I find with the Jacoby, speaking of, dings and all that kind of stuff, that I have had my Jacoby Black for probably 2 years. I don't even know the last time I've wiped it down. It does not get sticky. It does not get, like the dings in it. Absolutely. It feels nice and smooth and slick as the day I got it. So that is a huge plus. 9 ball on the side. That was a huge break from Eric. He really put it all in that one. Nearly came out of his shoes. What did he get there? 4, 5, 6, so 3, 4 balls on the break? Yeah, John Wade says same thing. He uses the low deflection pea shower wood shaft, and he prefers that over the carbon. And that's what I say, guys. It's all personal preference. It's what you're used to. It's you know what kind of action you can get off it. But overall, I just feel like technology in any sport always changes. It changes in, you know, the equipment. It changes in the apparel. It changes in our, you know, our laptops and our phones. It just changes, and you know, you either go with it or stay with what you know. And whatever you choose, you're all right. Everybody's right. So Karen is asking if the carbon fibers come in different size shafts. Are you stuck on the one size? She prefers the thin shaft. I actually tend to stay middle of the road. So personally, the Jacoby Black comes in a 12.3. The Revo comes in a 12.4, a 12.9, or an 11.8. So they've got 3 different sizes. So it's just whatever you prefer. But I mean, it's the hit, right? I believe the Synergy is also a 12.3. But they all come in different sizes, and it just I find like with the 11.8, the Revo 11.8, you will get crazy action with that because this is a thinner tip. Whereas you're more likely to pot more balls with a 12.9, like if you're talking about both ends of the spectrum, right? Because with the 11.8, you need to definitely hit more precise. Daniel Carr says he cleans his sticks every time he plays. See, and with a carbon fiber, I just find I don't have to. And now that I'm so used to not having to do it, I don't even think about it because they don't get dirty like the dirty and all dinged up and stuff like the wood shafts do. Eric made a mistake there. Didn't pot the 6, and Jason jumps out of his chair. Takes a deep breath. He knows that this is no gimme here. He's going to have to really bear down on this 6. It is a tough cut. 6 ball is fairly close to the rail. But if he wants to get one back, he's going to have to make something happen here. He's let Vargas get a couple of games on him, which has not been the norm. He's not feeling good about it. He was down on it, stood back up, tried to reset. He's rethinking it. What do you do here? Do you go for it? Are you the aggressive player and go for this shot? Do you play the safety? Just stick behind the 10-7? He opted to stay smart, but the 6 is going to leak out. The 6 is going to leak out, but I don't think Eric can make it. But I think he's got the edge. He can make contact. Eric's going for it. He's calling the cut, the back cut in the top left. This is very aggressive. But what a great shot if he can make this. Jim's trying to freak me out and says if I ever do clean my Jacoby Black, you'll be surprised how much stuff is actually on it. I just feel like I'm not like the dirty boys, Jim. Boys are dirty. Mark Malik cheering for the Easterner. Go, Jason. Bill's saying, could you get a different tip for English? I don't think so, Bill. I think whatever the size of your shaft, that's the size of the tip. The tip comes like in a kind of like a one-size-fits-all, and then it's kind of shaved down to the size of your shaft. So Edward says Synergy is at 12.5, and then there's a new 11.8. Jacoby has an 11.8, says Jonathan. Whoa, 6 ball is a hanger. Gravity takes it down. Jason's thankful for gravity right now. Is this a bank on the 7? He doesn't really like it. Edward's going with a 12.9 or a 13. I think 13 is like, I think 12.9 is max, honestly. I feel like that's kind of overkill. But just my opinion. Daniel Carr plays one-handed. It's tricky. Oh, he slices it into the side. What a great shot that was. And only perfect on the 10. Yeah. Grant just did a big no-no. Got called out.
No effect.
Jason still makes the 10 ball. Thank goodness. Okay, Jason's going to claw one back there. It is a 4-2 lead for Eric Vargas over the Jason Klatt. The Jason Klatt. I'm going to take off here for a bit. I have a match to play. Grant is going to take over for me.
That's why I was in a rush.
Yeah, Grant tried to slide in between Jason's shots, and Jason called him out on it.
I did.
Got busted.
I got busted.
Thankfully, Jason did not miss the 10 ball. He is a true professional. True professional, and reset, and still made the 10 anyway. Okay, so I will see you guys in a bit. Have fun.
Thanks, Steph. All right, tight match. Just joining in. Unfortunately, it was my bad. I tried to sneak in between those two shots that Jason had and didn't go over too well, so I have to apologize to him. Nonetheless, he did make the ball. Reset back to square one. Sound is low, thank you. Let me know how it is. I can always adjust my mic up. And Jason had the break just dialed in. Has had that all weekend long. He's consistently making a ball off the break, which is key. I'm not sure that Eric's going to like his first shot here. I think he might find himself snuggled up behind this 7 ball. She does have a nicer voice than I do, I'll agree. A little more? How's that? Hopefully that's a little bit better. And how are you, Mr. Mark Mallet? Steph was way louder. Yeah, I have a deeper voice that carries, so I try to start low on the volume. Otherwise, I'm going to blast you out. If I was to jump on the same mic at the same volume as what Steph does, I would blast your ears off. Is he going to take on this shot, the one to the side? No, I didn't think he was going to. I thought he would marry him up behind that 7 ball. Social mic distancing. Very true. We are attempting to social mic distance. I think Eric's got a shot here. Kick the one off that top rail, put it in the side pocket. 6 might be a helper. It just makes getting to the 3 ball extremely hard. Might be able to shoot the window between the 4-7 if he does make this one. I'm always doing well, Mark. I'm around pool all the time, so really there's not a bad day at the office, if you know what I mean. It is a very big side pocket indeed. And how is Mr. Ryan Epp doing? I think I might be just starting to pool out. It's been a long weekend. My pool stamina is not what it once was. Gets the hit. Ties up the 6-9. All in all, not terrible. It's going to leave Jason for the one to the top right-hand corner. Has to punch this guy in there. See if he shoots the window between the 4-7 or plays safe. Safe it is. And it looks like he's kind of welded to the backside of that 5 ball. Let me just see if our other camera here can give you an idea. Yeah, he's pretty welded. Might have just a smidge of space. Gets the hit again. And it looks like the one will pass the 9 ball now. That puts him naturally onto that left side rail for the 3 ball. He doesn't like it. He's in his thinking pose. I don't mind shooting the 1 ball between the 8-10 off that bottom rail and just leave the cue ball up where the 6-9 is. I think he was undecided. I'm not sure. Yeah, no doubt, Ryan. I can say I didn't miss doing that part of it. I missed being there and playing, but the 16, 18-hour days, that was something that was not missed by me. Although I'm sure we've got plenty of those coming up. See if he cuts this in. He's been shaving the eyes off of this, or whether he's beat me to the punch and playing safe. Although a little bit of green in between those 2 shots, or 2 balls, I should say. The 1 and the 3, but a fella like Eric, nice little soft touch on this. We'll have the 4 to the left-hand side pocket. Uh-oh. Miscalculation. That's going to put Jason in a position that he rather likes. The only problem again on that table is that 6-9. So I think from here you shoot out to the 5 ball. Hey, thanks, Barb. Much appreciated. Does he break it out here? He certainly attempted. But he's still okay, even if he stuns this shot. Just catch the outside. He decides to play it safe instead. Great shot. Can't quite tell if Eric has the 5 ball. Even if he's got it full, 6 still remains the issue. Didn't want that. Did not want that. I think the only thing you can do here is slow roll this thing. Try to kick off the left-hand side rail and just butt up to it. Gonna be close. Doesn't have the legs. All in all, not a bad result, right? If you're gonna miss, that's the spot to miss it. Because even this is no joke. This is not an easy safety here. Right? I think you just clip the 6 ball. Leave that cue ball kind of down on the end rail. Yep, just like this. Didn't want it to pop that far off the end rail, but all in all, not terrible. What do you do if you're Eric? Clip the edge of the 6 ball. 6 goes off the rail, sticks from the 9 ball. Send the cue ball 3 rails. Brunswick, Georgia in the house. Thanks for tuning in, Warren. Certainly appreciate it. If you are just tuning in, it is the Leather Pocket Fall Classic here in Calgary, Alberta. We've been live all weekend long. This is your A-side finals. Eric Vargas, Jason Klatt doing battle on the table. It's been a great match. And if you are just tuning in, help me out. Hit that share button. Invite some of your friends. Share it to any of the pool groups you're associated with. I'll do my best to keep you all entertained. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you've clicked on the like button on our Facebook page. If you're on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button with that little bell. That way you get notified each and every time that we go live. Hit and stick the cue ball, tries to put the cue ball behind the 7 ball. A full ball rotation on that and he'd have been golden. Still not easy. Has to watch the hit on the 9 here. Avoid that and avoid the 8 ball. Plays underneath. 8's going to be monster. I think the 8's got him. Might have to go airtime. Maybe I'm wrong. Ah, the old cross bank safe. He's calling it. He must have it. I thought the 8 has him for sure. He must have it. Oh, he was just calling a pocket to fink everybody. Oh, nice shot. Very well done. We'll see if Eric can get off the off that end rail, the top rail up top. Put a little bit of left-hand spin on that cue ball, and Alex Paglialine it. The hit and stick. Leave that cue ball behind the 10 ball. Send the 7 up table. Does have the option, of course, going 2 rails. He did call it. I don't know if he's going to really hit it that hard. Yeah, that's better. Side pocket it is. Touch of inside on this on the cue ball. Really nicely done. Really nicely done. Leaves Jason hampered over the 10 ball, which is never easy. Although just straight bank here on the 7 ball, the 8 becomes the blocker for the cue ball. Just a little harder. Leaves Eric the cut up the rail. Might be able to play cross bank as well, depending on how much room he's got. Sometimes it depends on the mood that he's in as well. Sometimes he likes to get fancy and do that cross bank. Or he could just play it straight up top left-hand corner. Just got to watch that side pocket. Can you hear me? Just give me 1 sec, guys. All right, guys, sorry about that. Just had to try to confirm. Jason was saying that he could hear me, so I'm good. Just wanted to make sure that he was good. He was saying he could hear me a little bit, so I'm going to talk a little bit quieter. Let me know how my volume is, because I'm going to leave the volume up a little bit louder, and I'm going to try and talk a little bit quieter. Good, perfect. I appreciate that. I don't want to become a bother to Jason or to Eric. Oy. Wow, what a cut. What a cut, and gets rather unfortunate. Eric says that's good. That is good. So it looks like they're going to go on break. And I'm going to let you know about our partnership with Predator Cues. They've given us the ability to pre-sell the new, beautiful looking Predator 9-foot Pro Series pool table. We'll have these landing in February here in Calgary. So if you are interested in getting your hands and being one of the first to have one, we will have the first ones available here in Canada. Just send us a message to sales@qsportslive.com. I'll get back to you. I'll let you know how you can get your hands on one of those. And while we're waiting for the action to continue, we've got just over 200 on. Where's everybody tuning in from? And your couch, your lazy boy, does not count. Also, if there's anybody new, if you're a new viewer to Q Sports Live, let me know. I will give you a shout out on the live stream. And while we have a break in the action, you may as well hit that share button. It's that little button down on the bottom left-hand side of the screen. Just give that a little love. Help us out. That is not the prices for the tables on the bottom right. That is your payouts for this tournament. Maryland in the house. Welcome, John. Delaware for Jerry. Louisville, Kentucky for Reese. Canton, Mississippi for David. Lincoln, Nebraska for Eric. Mike says he's in Victoria, saying hi to the boys. Ryan, you are not new in town. You might be a first-time viewer today. How do you get in this? It's open for anybody. This is the inaugural event. It is the first time for the Fall Classic here at the Leather Pocket. So the best thing to do is go join the group Calgary Pool Scene. All of the posters, events, everything that that happens in Calgary. That's typically where you're going to find those events and posters and all those kinds of things. Longmount, Colorado. Welcome, David. Not a Conomowoc. Very good. What's going on, Mike Story? How are you? Tuning in, Denver, Colorado. Mr. Shannon Ducharme. How the heck are you, sir? Good to see you on again. Winnipeg, tuning in. Kissimmee, Florida. I hope I said that right. Kissimmee? Kissimmee? Either way, from Florida. Welcome, Kathy. We are back in action. They are back. Jason Klatt winning the last game, so he breaks. It is a winner break format. The A side is 10 ball on the 9-foot diamond tables, 4 1/4 inch pockets. While the B side, same thing, 10 ball, 4 1/4 inch pockets, but played on the 7-foot diamonds. Yeah, travel and you got to be good at pool. You definitely have to be good at pool, because I'll tell you what, it was a tough field in this field of, I believe it was 44 players that we started with. You've got the likes of obviously Jason Klatt, Eric Vargas, Joe Spence, Ben Francis, Sean McKay was here. Lots of heavy hitters in the house. My brain is a little bit mush right now, so I can't quite remember everybody, but it's definitely a tough field. Oh, you'll be back in no time, Shannon, and we'll be glad to have you back. make your way out here to Calgary, come out for one of our events. Be good to see you again. Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, checking in. How are you, Eric? Everett, Washington, I believe. Oh, give me 1 second here, guys. Sorry, guys. Jason's asking me where my breaking cue is. So it looks like for Eric here, 1-3 combo to start. Got to watch the cue ball here, though. So do you slow roll this, knowing that the one ball's going to stick to the 3? You'll have the 1 to the top left-hand corner. A little bit sharp. It would bring the 9 ball, 2 ball, 10 ball into play. Instead, plays safe. Very smart shot. Don't know if he quite welded Jason to the backside of the 3, which would have been ideal. Bozeman, Montana in the house. Welcome, John. And being that he's digging in that deep, that tells me there's definitely space between the 3 and the 1. Still a tough hit either way. I think really the best you can hope for is just miss that side pocket, come across, clip the top side of the 1 ball. 1 goes off the side rail, ends up behind the 210, and the cue ball ends up just about where in the line of where the 3 would be. Yeah, you as well, Shannon. We're rooting for you, pal. Always have been. Speaking of a man of talents, for those that don't know, Shannon Ducharme, man, watch out for the guy. He's getting back into the swing of things. He'll be back in no time. Swift Current, Saskatchewan tuning in. How are you, Michael? The 1 rail kick here from Jason, going for the gusto. 1 to the bottom left-hand corner. 3 decides to stick its nose in the way, mess the plan up. And I do believe the 2 ball will pass the 10 to the bottom right. Lincoln, Nebraska in the house. How are you, Tanya? 100% Barb. Very, very talented player is Mr. Shannon Ducharme. Eric uses the whole pocket with the 1 ball. And I believe he's got enough angle on the 2 ball. He could draw this up on top of the 3 and shoot the 3 into the same corner as what the 2 ball's going into. Just like that, nice little punch. Straight draw back for the 4 to the top left-hand corner. Does want to have a little bit of angle, come out for the 5 to the top right. 6 is pretty much a duck. I would have to say from here, this should give a 2-game cushion for Mr. Vargas. I think this is about the key shot of the game here, which is no problem. From here, pretty much fish in a barrel. 5 to the 6, 6, 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 9 should be no issue. And once again, if you are just tuning in, give that share button a little bit of love. These gentlemen are certainly worthy. So a little bit funny on the 6 to the 7, but shouldn't be too terrible. Nice little touch draw. Just like that, sitting perfect. So you could do the same punch shot here, punch the cue ball off the left side rail, or you can go forward a couple of rails. I would have to say forward inside, forward right hand spin. Could punch it in with left hand as well. With the reach, I'm going to say he'll punch this. The punch it is. Got a little bit steep on this, so probably back and forth. 8-ball bottom right-hand corner, cue ball from the right to the left at just about mid-table would be ideal. Little bit more, kind of underhit that a little bit. Shouldn't pose as a problem. Drill this in with a little bit of left hand spin. Just like so, off the rail and back up. Sitting perfect. Eric regains a 2-point or 2-game lead. For sure. Although I will say it took me a while to warm up to the idea of the glove. And it looks like we're going to be joined by a special guest commentator, Mr. Johnny Triple P. What's going on, Johnny?
Oh, not much, man. How are you doing?
I am fabulous. You kidding? I get to sit back and watch Eric Vargas and Jason Klatt do battle?
Yeah, this is a great matchup here, you know.
It is. Pete Robertson, how are you, my good man? Tuning in from Adelaide, Australia, in the house.
Pretty sweet. I'm just watching the way Eric is lining up for this break here.
He pops that cue ball so good.
We were in Tacoma a few years back, and Dennis Acorlio was giving Eric breaking lessons.
Very nice.
Yeah. So he kind of goes through the same routine every time, and you know,
he pops that cue ball off there so good.
Yep. Yeah.
And I think, to be honest, I think that's the difference maker for where Eric is right now versus anybody else that's come up against Jason is the break.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He's got it just dialed.
Yeah, like I think Joe's probably was there. I mean, I think he had a fairly decent lead, and he kind of let that slip away from him a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't get to see Joe's match. I heard he had his chances.
I think he was up like 7-3 and 8-4.
Oh, wow.
Or maybe not 8-4, but 7-3 for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, and then when I talked to Jason, he was down 7-5, and next thing I know, it's hill.
Wow.
Yeah, so
I was busy. What was I doing while that match was going on? I can't remember.
Nice little safety here. I like the way he controlled that cue ball.
Yeah, both of these guys have just really good control.
Touch harder would have been sweet, but I mean, from where he was, that was a great shot.
Eric's got to do a little bit of housekeeping.
Yeah.
Right?
I usually like to clean the table before I start.
Yeah, right.
You know, I don't know. It's kind of the way I always been. Keep it clean, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just decided to jump into this Sunday 10-ball tournament.
Yeah,
for fun.
I'm in there as well.
Yeah. Let's get a couple games in. I was just playing Chris Gonzalez, I think his name is.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I made a couple mistakes. I was down 4-1, and I just told myself, like, I'm hitting the ball pretty good right now. I'm starting to wake up.
Yep.
So I ended up winning that 5-4.
Nice.
Yeah, so.
I thought Eric was going to take that on. I really did.
He's a grinder.
He is a grinder,
Yeah.
no doubt. But I think in that spot, there's really no harm going for the shot, right? Cue ball's going to go back up table. The only harm, I guess, is not getting great position on the 2-ball.
Yeah, like he'd be down by the 3 balls, be taking on a harder 2.
Mm-hmm.
Here, he came up a little bit short on what he wanted to play.
Oh, so did Jason.
And Jay's kind of repaying him the favor, I guess.
Well, I think you'll see Eric put this up in the top left-hand corner, over and
Yeah,
back with
yeah.
the cue ball a little bit.
I mean, there's a good chance he could just run this into the rail and get that 1 ball down by the 4 and try to freeze up the cue ball on the 7. Because I know Eric likes to grind. He doesn't like to take on the low percentage shots very often.
Mm-hmm.
And considering how great of a potter he is,
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, I'm an idiot. I go shoot this in the corner all day and rattle it and sell it out, you know.
Oh, me too.
But you know
what?
it
No,
depends
that's
on
no
how Eric's
worry.
feeling. You know, Eric might just go for this too. You know, he's got a little bit of a lead, so we'll see how he feels here.
Oh, yeah. In
Yeah.
the heart.
Just perfect.
In the heart.
I played with Eric for so much, for so long. You know, he always makes the right decision.
Yep.
You know. Mind you, there was one time where he did play a safety, and Buddy ended up kicking it in and running out, but it was just the odds of that guy kicking it in.
Yeah. But that's the problem, right? You get into safe mode, and all of a sudden then you've got to put a run together, and
Yeah,
you
like-
almost can't do it because your
That's
mind's
right.
stuck in safe mode.
Yeah.
But I think from here, he's looking pretty good.
Yeah, it seems to be
Extend the lead.
seems to be in very good form. I know after his match with Vino, he pretty much just jumped right back on this table, and he's been practicing for a while.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he knows the importance of this match.
Yeah, this is huge.
Yeah, I mean, you get to play. Oh, he came up a little short on this.
Well, I think he'll be all right, though.
Yeah, but you know, the same thing. He wanted to be, you know, like 2 inches below that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he can
So-
just feather this in a little.
Yeah, he'll just play
Two
two
rail
rails,
action.
2 rails middle table.
Yeah.
You know, and I always like the way Eric just kind of approaches the table. You know, he always makes sure.
Yeah.
You know. Hit that pretty sweet.
Oh, yeah, looking good.
He's got the angle here just to come off 1 rail here for the 7
on
in
the left side, yeah.
You know, I mean, there's many different ways to play this shot, but
For sure. I think that's the most natural.
yeah.
6 in the corner, cue ball off the left rail, back out again. He punched that. I thought he
Well,
was.
he was a little straighter, so you had to force the angle just a hair, but as you can see, there was no issue. You know, he could have punched it off the rail and played it straight in the corner. Would have been a little
Yeah.
easier.
Yeah.
But at that point, I think he could have put
But
that
he
cue
punches
ball
the
in
ball
about-
really well.
Yeah, he does. He does a lot of things very well.
Look at the balancing act here. Foot up in the air.
Yeah, look at his back foot, people.
I just had to point that out.
You know, they teach you that in the Philippines, right?
Right.
It's the balance on 1 foot.
Yes, the balance. You must have the balance. It's very good. Extending out the lead. 6-3.
So I noticed Eric brought out his magic rack.
Yes.
They're using the turtles out here earlier, and you know, this is the magic rack that he hides here. Only a few of us know where he hides it.
Up on which light?
I will not disclose that information.
Right? Yeah.
Classified.
Right?
Because when I come here, I use it.
There you go.
But it's a good magic rack because it's a little worn out, so you don't get a lot of that slide, and it's not crinkled, so every ball stays fairly solid.
Got you.
I remember some guys were complaining that that gaps in the magic rack, and Buddy's like, it's a magic rack, you're not supposed to get gaps. I'm like, well, if it's bent, you will.
Yeah, of course.
And it's like when the guys pick it up, they pick it up really aggressively and they bend it.
Yeah.
And that really gets under my skin. It really grinds my gears.
There you go, guys. Now you know.
Just pick it up nice and gentle.
If you want to get under Johnny's skin while you're playing him in a match, just aggressively grab the magic rack.
Yeah, crinkle it.
Crinkle it a little bit. Ball it up, right? Just ball it like a piece of paper.
You might hear me get a little angry for once.
Jerry Cahan, how the heck are you, sir? It has been a minute. What a break.
Like, it was just
clobbering time.
It was just the speed he hit it at, and the ball still went in the side pocket.
Yeah.
Like, that's, if you watch Jason's break, it'll be much softer.
Yeah.
And,
but he's got it dialed in.
He'll still make the side pocket balls, and you know.
Eric crushes it.
That was a big break for sure.
Yeah, no harm in going for the bank on the one ball here. Shoot the gap between either the 6-7 or the 7 rail. Just doesn't want to come down too far and have the 6 and 3 become goalies.
So get away from that 7 ball.
Perfect. So
get away from that 7 ball. That was just.
Is he on it?
I think he can only see the top half of it. So, but from my angle, it's very hard to see. He might be able to see this, but shape on a 3 ball is going to be very tricky.
Can he cross bank this?
I think he could make this. No. He played. I think he tried to play safe. He just hit it a little too hard.
I think so.
So, I mean, in the beginning, I thought he can only see, you know, like that bottom 30% of the ball.
Yeah.
And, you know, which was the safe shot. He just hit that just a little firm. Very hard to control for sure. So Jay's in a similar situation here. He's got to play a really nice shot to get on this 3 ball.
Yeah. Jeez. Does a 3 pass the 10? You're looking down the barrel at it.
Yeah, it does. It's just trying to get there. You know.
Oy.
That's, you know, that was the tricky part of that whole situation was the 3 ball. So
well, nothing really to do here. Hit and hope.
Yeah,
more or less, right?
I mean,
you want to get lucky, obviously, but I mean, let's be honest, right? The best I think you can hope for is almost play the bank, but have the cue ball, or sorry, the 3 ball off the left side rail and end up on the middle on the back rail.
Well, if he plays the kick shot, he could freeze him to the 10, depending how thick he hits that 3 ball.
I think that's asking a lot. I think you're better kicking at the 3, hitting it full, sending it to the middle of the back rail. A double kick, the Efren Reyes Z kick shot.
It's looking like
dicey.
he can like he's got like maybe like the top 10% of the ball here. So
that could be.
He'll play like a 3 rail safety.
Well, if he's got
if he could do that,
if he's got the top bit of that, he could play the 3 off the 10 to the bottom right.
Well,
if you want to go for the
it
gusto.
depends on how thin he can see it
Sure.
and how much he can see it. I think it's very, very small because he's looked at it a few times and I don't think he likes it anymore.
Did he just call the 10? I think he just called the 10.
Maybe. I mean, if you hit the low side of that, it could go.
Oh, now he's kicking again.
Yeah. So this is where I say, like, most guys are like, you know, educated guess, but Jason's a little bit higher level.
Yeah,
so
sure.
this is definitely, you know, he tried to force that just a touch.
Yeah.
But if he wanted to hit it, he could probably hit that 10 out of 10. But it's not about just hitting the ball.
Yeah.
You know? And so I like the aggressiveness there.
Yeah.
He missed that 3 by a fraction. If he would have nicked that 3, I think that 10 goes in.
Mm-hmm. Eric's sitting in a pretty golden spot to extend the lead yet again, to be 4 games up on Jason.
So just making sure that he gets the right angle here on the 4. Don't want to be straight.
He's pushing into the. I thought he was Never mind. I'm thinking this ball is the 4 ball.
Oh.
I thought he was going to just push the 6 out of the way. No problem. I should have picked my eyes up. What's the score between Ben and Joe? I'm not 100% sure.
I think it was 7-5 Joe.
Joe won it?
Yeah. That's a nice little shot just off the rail, middle table.
Good showing for Ben.
And he tried to juice that in.
Yeah. He tried to get too perfect.
You know, the only problem he did with that stroke is he decelerated.
Yeah.
Right? He tried to hold that a little bit. That's what you just call it, kind of just a brain fart. You know? Decelerating on the stroke.
I am 100% do that so many times. I drive myself crazy with it.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? You know better. Nice little punch. Oh, wow. It was a little close to the work. Tough to see the angles.
It was a little close to the work, you know, and I think as soon as he shot it, he knew.
Yeah.
So you don't get this very often. You don't get the comeback. So
no.
That was our favorite song we sang at the Westerns this year. A little bit of James Brown. The Get Back.
Right.
You say that to Ben.
The Get Back.
It's like, the Get Back.
Wow, he powered that in. I thought he would just take the shot of 7 to the corner.
Yeah, no, it's good shot, played in the side. Because this way you can really stroke that 6 ball in, you know. You're not babying it,
yeah,
trying
but he
to
had to
hold
put
it.
inside on that to do and come down like that. Just a nice natural 1 rail out, but what do I know? I sit on this side of the camera.
You know, if you tend to find you hit the ball just above normal, you tend to make a little bit more shots.
Mm-hmm.
This is why, you know, like the potting game, you get guys hit just a touch firmer. And your arm tends to stay straight. But if you go too hard, then, you know, you get a little wonky.
Then you get rattly.
Mm-hmm. So did we mark his game?
Oh, no. Did we?
No. It says 6-3 there, so it should be 7-3.
Is it 7-3?
Yeah.
It is 7-3. I was just saying he was going to extend his lead.
So I watched when Dennis Okolia was giving Eric Vargas the lessons, and I was paying attention.
It's all the bridge.
I don't like to give the secrets away.
Look at that. Did you see how symmetrical that was?
Mm-hmm. It was when you hit it square, that's the key.
Yeah.
Right? You know,
hit it square, and then you need the pop.
That's right.
The pop on the cue ball is really important for the way that Eric breaks. For me, not at all important.
So does he go 1 rail here and get below the 10 ball? And I think that's probably the easiest shot.
I think he just stays up.
Okay, I thought he was a little thinner on this shot here, so he was able to hold that nicely.
Yeah.
I mean, I really don't see a whole lot of issues here.
Nope, there is no issue. 3 to the 4 is a hit and stick. 4 pop the rail underneath the 7 to the 6 or to the 5. Yeah, this.
The 5 to the 6 is going to be the biggest part of this rack.
Yep. But that's really not that difficult. If he stays to the left side of center,
Well, it depends on how he ends up on the 4 ball, right?
I think you just hit and stick right here.
Yeah, he's
Gives
going
you
to have
that
to play
nice
just a
little
little bit of
angle.
a follow-through check on this just to kind of probably almost get, there's like a little mark on the table he's probably going to try to get to. I can see the mark on this table. Let's see. Just a little check siding to hold it.
Goes forward instead,
Okay.
gets us both.
Well, I said go forward with a little check. I thought he was going to, he kind of got to that dot almost, but just a little off, so. And so this is the biggest thing here, right?
Well, and he's kind of ended up on that 50-yard line of.
That's
I
right. He's
think
going to
where
have to
you
just
wanna
roll
be.
forward and take on a longer 5, or is he going to like force it off these 2 rails?
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That was not what he was looking for. However,
No.
you got to look at this and go, okay, I'm still lucky to be at the table at this point,
Yes, ball in
right?
hand.
This is, this is a gift from the pool gods.
That's right.
If I was at the table, that cue ball drops
But
100 out of 100.
This is the area I thought he'd get that cue
Yeah.
ball into. And,
Yeah.
you know, there
That's
was a
why
couple ways.
That's
of
why I
trying-
thought he could just hit and stick. It's exactly the same line, right?
Well, yeah, a little bit further back, but also the cue ball's going this way, so he had to put a little check on there.
Yeah.
But I think he got too much on there than he anticipated.
I think he tried to get a little too fancy there, if you want my opinion. Simple is best. Hit and stick it. It gives you the right angle.
Yeah.
Yes, it's longer on the 4, but sometimes you got to take those longer shots.
Mm-hmm. Not this long.
Not this long, and not shooting out of a pocket.
So I forget what match it was, but Buddy horn hooked somebody on this shot. So he horn hooked them where the cue ball was, and the 10 ball was over the hole, and he couldn't hit it.
Wow.
And I'm trying to think of who was playing on this match. It might have been the Jeff and Jesse match, perhaps.
Mm-hmm. That could be. They have been on the stream.
Yeah. So I'm just
I was
wondering
not
if
on the
Eric-
stream all weekend, and I'm A-okay with it.
Yeah, I was on the stream last night against Joe. I had probably the worst scratch on the 1 ball in the side pocket. Like just one of those impossible angles.
Yeah.
And
You made it possible.
somehow I found the hole. And that was to get 5-5.
Do you just lay up here? I think you just lay up. I don't think you dig into this. I think you just float the 5 in and take the longer pot on the 6.
So he
Of course,
decided to play safe,
He sure did. Look at this.
right?
Look at this.
So he was trying to dig into it and leave that 5 ball on the bottom rail. He kind of got away with this just a touch, but he did go for the safe for sure.
100%. Uh-oh. Trouble for Jason.
Yeah, that
5
was
to the side,
definitely,
up and back.
definitely a little
Just-
bit tricky of a shot there for Jay.
Yeah, cue ball just above where the 7 is.
Yeah, he's just gonna have to come up this 1 rail, and 6 only goes into this bottom right-hand corner, so
6-10 might be an option, but I rather doubt it.
no, I don't think you'll see him play a combo.
No, not at this point.
No.
Only way he plays
He
that
just
is
has
if
to
he
watch his
messes this
speed.
up.
Yeah, he just has to watch his speed here.
Yeah. Overhit.
It's looking pretty good.
Overhit it.
Looking pretty good.
By a hair.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. By an absolute hair. Jay was up out of his chair checking.
Well, as soon as it hit that rail, I knew it was going to be close, but I knew he was good.
Not as soon as it hit the rail, you didn't. There's no way you knew that that
I
was
called
good.
it.
Yeah, okay, but still.
I knew he was going to
For-
end up short.
For you to say that, oh, yeah, I knew he was when he's that close to the ball.
Well, I thought he was going to be like an inch higher. But I could see it when you hit the ball and the
Yeah.
speed off the rail, you know where it's going to land.
Oh, I don't know. That was close. That was close.
It was
too close
close.
to call.
It was close. But I knew he was going to be good. I could see the speed
We'll
coming off
digress.
the rail.
We'll digress.
So he's on the hill.
The
He's been breaking like a monster.
Jason's saying, can we play the next match on this table, he says. If both players agree to it. I only stream. I don't get to make tournament decisions.
He doesn't want to play Joe on the box.
Nope.
Joe's been breaking like a monster. But, I mean, Jason plays great on the box, too.
He grew up on the box. I was saying that earlier with Steph.
Yeah.
He grew up on the box. He's, oh, man. Eric did not want that.
So funny, same situation that Jason was in against Ben.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
We were talking about how Ben could dig deep and come back. And, I mean, Jason is definitely more than capable of doing this as well.
Yeah.
You know.
Listen, Jason can run to the hill.
That's
from
right.
Here.
You know, I try not to be biased in certain matches. You know, like Jay's a great friend, Ben's a good friend, Eric's a good friend. You know, I like to see good pool, and I like to see guys battle back from the depths of hell. Of course. You know.
Well, and he's free stroking it at this point. Right? What are you going to lose?
When you're down and Buddy's on the hill,
what are you going to lose?
It changes your demeanor at the table.
Yeah, it sure does.
Right? I mean, instance, I was down 4-1.
That's a foul right there.
What happened?
Oh, no. It's far enough away because we're playing impeding ball.
Gotcha.
I guess I'm going to play and Steph is in.
All right.
Take me in, coach.
Okay, yeah, she's going to go have a smoke, and then she'll be on the mic with myself here. So I kind of just took my eye off the table here for a second. I'm not sure how he missed his 6-ball here. Did he hook himself? Or did he just miss? But yeah, I definitely don't... I think Jay could put some pressure on him if he can. I swear I thought he'd get out on this rack here. Maybe the late night partying's coming back. Who knows? I know a few guys are feeling the effects from last night there. A few people had a good time here. And that was a very aggressive shot by Eric here. So we're just going to see Jay here just kind of pop this in here and play the 7 on the side. I'm surprised that Eric went for that. He's been grinding quite a bit in this match, so I thought maybe he could have tried to put this cue ball down here. Well, I think I was saying it before. You know, sometimes you get that negative energy, you know, and, you know, bad things happen. You know, you just have to work through them. You know, I never expected Jason to miss that 6 on the side, and I didn't think he was going to, or that 6 in the corner, I didn't think he was going to hook himself for the 7. But if he makes this, he should be in great shape. And I would say that could be it. Yep, Jason has just shook Eric's hand. And congratulations for the win there. Jason struggled a little bit in this match from what I saw. You know, it's hard to be consistent the entire tournament. So I guess we're going to turn the stream off here, and we're going to switch this camera around, and then we'll get the B-side match going on here between Jason Klatt and Joe Spence playing in the B-side finals. Eric Vargas in the hot seat. We'll see you guys soon. And you know what? These guys might actually try to switch over to this table.